Well, good evening, Arkansas. This is Chief Forecaster Cameron back here once again. We're here to give you guys a quick evening forecast preview before your forecast comes out at about 7:30 to 8 o'clock this evening here. So, it's been a relatively quiet Tuesday across the area, but man, I wish we could do something about these temperatures here. We've got temperatures in the upper 80s, low 90s. The only thing that is saving us right now is we have a considerable amount of dry air. Otherwise, we would have heat index problems here, guys. So the summer light temperatures continues. If you're new here in Arkansas, you're probably wondering why we are so warm, but if you've been here for quite some time, you know that mid to late September, early October, it is always like this. It's always above normal. We've been like this for the last couple of years here. So I promise you, there will be a change to fall. It's not like it's never going to happen. You just got to be patient with this, guys, here. So 91 degrees here in the metro right now, 90 degrees down there in El Dorado and Camden, 88 degrees in Texarkana, 90 degrees in Fort Smith, up there towards Fayetteville, coming in at about 86. 82 degrees in Mount Home and in Jasper. Those areas are a little bit higher in elevation, so they've been relatively cooler, quote-unquote cooler today across the area here. So these temperatures are going to continue, unfortunately. I wish I had some better news, but these temperatures are going to continue for at least the next week or so here, where temperatures near 90 or a little bit above 90, overnight lows decent, back in the 60s here across the state here. But there is a change coming up as we get towards that middle part of October here. So, speaking of fall-like weather here, go check us out on Patreon, guys. We have our fall outlook on from September all the way to November. I think Northern Arkansas, if you actually check it out, you guys are going to really like the last part of that fall outlook if you live in Northern Arkansas. But it does explain how things will change, what time frame to look out for that fall-like air to really kind of settle in Arkansas here. So go check us out on patreon.com/Arkansas Weather Watchers. We will have that fall outlook for 2023 available for the public on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday here. So we'll have all that information, but it's going to explain kind of what to expect, especially early on, and then what to expect as we get towards the middle and into the late part of fall here. And then in November, I think about a week or two from now, I'm going to start working on a winter outlook, and I think you guys are going to really love the winter outlook for this year here. So let's take a look at our evening highlights for tonight here. No significant rainfall chances for the next 7 days, guys. I know there's a lot of people really needing a rainfall across the area. Unfortunately, we're just going to be bone dry for the next 7 days. Temperatures, as I mentioned before, are going to feel more like summer than fall. I think that may change, especially as we get towards that middle, that second week of October into the third week of October. I think that would be the prime time to see that change more into fall-like temperatures here, guys. So, speaking of the lack of rainfall here, we still do have some burn bans across the board. A few counties here across central Arkansas and far southeastern Arkansas, but they have dropped off significantly over the last couple of weeks here. So let's keep that trend going, but unfortunately I can see some of them reissuing back because of the fact that we have no rainfall in place for the next 7 days here. The wildfire risk, regardless of if you're in a burn ban or not, still remains across much of central, eastern, and southern Arkansas. Be wary if you're planning on doing any bonfires or anything like that. I had thought about making you guys a bonfire graphic for the page here, but I'm going to opt out of that until we get that true fall front coming in. I think you guys are going to really enjoy that. So let's talk about tonight here across the board. Nothing expected for tonight. Temperatures in the low to mid 60s, maybe near 70 degrees down there in southern Arkansas here. So unfortunately, as I mentioned before, we desperately need that rainfall here in Arkansas here. So let's talk to you guys about the upcoming pattern. I'm going to switch this over, and we're going to go over to the next 2 to 3 weeks here. And this is a product that I like to use. I know this is what's called a CFS, or the Climate Forecast model, for the next for week 3 here. And that's from that October 10th to the October 16th time frame. And it's wanting to kind of highlight the Red River Valley over towards Arkansas for what's called supercell potential, which kind of correlates with severe weather. So we're going to have to watch this. This is what I'm talking about, that October 10th, the October 16th time frame. I think that's when we're really going to start to see that pattern change more into fall-like weather here in Arkansas. And we can kind of take a look at what's called your NAO, your AO, your PNA. I kind of mentioned this in the fall outlook as well, so go check us out on Patreon. But the PNA basically is like if you have ridging across the west or you have troughing. And right now, The reason why we are so doggone warm here in Arkansas is because we are in a negative phase right now with the PNA. You need this to be in positive to kind of get that colder air here in Arkansas, get one of those fall fronts to come in. So that will change as we get towards that second and third week of October. But until then, just got to remain patient with this, guys. That's all I got for you guys this evening. Make sure, as I mentioned before, we'll have our 7-day forecast out on Facebook about 7:30, 8 o'clock this evening. And we continue to keep you guys updated right here in your source for all things Arkansas weather.